You drive off the lot in a $60,000 rig, breathing in that toxic, intoxicating new car interior off gas, feeling financially invincible. 32,000 miles later, you are standing on the dark shoulder of an interstate in a freezing rainstorm, staring down at a bald strip of exposed steel belts glistening through black slush. You tell yourself you just drive a little too heavy on the throttle. You rationalize that the local asphalt is just unusually brutal this time of year. You are dead wrong. The auto industry has fundamentally altered the chemistry and physical geometry of what touches the pavement, turning a heavy-duty, long-term wear item into a calculated, high-speed subscription model. We are looking down the barrel of a massive corporate illusion. There is a deliberate thermodynamic reason the tread measures noticeably shallower before you even turn the ignition for the first time. There is a deeply cynical financial strategy behind stuffing the inner tire carcass with sound-deadening garbage that guarantees you cannot safely plug a simple nail hole. And there is a highly specific, mechanical reason the guys working the mounting machines secretly pull this factory rubber off their own daily drivers the very first weekend they bring them home. Welcome to the reality of the assembly line eraser trap. Look closely at the glossy spec sheet they bury deep in your glovebox portfolio. They brag endlessly about an aggressive stance, premium cornering grip, and whisper-quiet highway miles. They absolutely do not tell you they mathematically neutered the tread blocks before the raw rubber even finished curing in the manufacturing mold. You are getting shortchanged out of the gate. Standard aftermarket all-terrain or heavy-duty highway tires start their life at a robust 11 to 13 seconds of an inch of deep, functional tread. Those sleek factory rollers you paid an absolute premium for are quietly, intentionally shaved down to an anemic 8 seconds right out of the factory doors. That missing chunk of meat is not a supply chain oversight or a bad batch. It is a highly calculated weight reduction tactic, designed entirely to help the massive automaker hit federal fleet fuel economy mandates by a microscopic fraction of a mile per gallon. They shed unsprung weight to satisfy an auditor, and you absorb the catastrophic wear penalty when the rain channels disappear by your second oil change. The chain reaction is relentless. Less physical tread depth inherently means less mass available to absorb and dissipate friction heat. The microscopic friction of hot highway miles immediately bakes that specialized, low rolling resistance silica compound. It acts like a thermodynamic nightmare, cooking the structural oils right out of the casing and curing the outer layer into a brittle, unforgiving shell. Soon, you are feeling a violent, rhythmic thud vibrating straight through the steering column as those spongy tread blocks literally start chunking off under cornering loads. They flake onto the hot asphalt like a cheap, stale pencil eraser. You will step out of the cab and instantly smell hot, scorched rubber just backing slowly into your own driveway. You are replacing these units before the factory warranty even remembers your name, bleeding mid-hundreds from your checking account for a degradation pattern that was meticulously baked into the blueprint. Any tire guy pulling a shift off the alignment rack can spot these hollow tread specials from 3 bays away. The engineering flaw is fundamentally simple. They sell you absolute silence inside the cabin, but you pay the ransom in forced, premature replacement. Enter the acoustic dampening era, a quiet, expensive menace for modern drivers. To mask the hollow road drone of these stiff eco-compounds, manufacturers are slapping a proprietary, thick ring of porous polyurethane foam directly to the inner liner of the tire. It beautifully dampens the hollow resonance echoing over bridge expansion joints. It feels incredibly premium, until you pick up a basic, rusted drywall screw in the lumber yard parking lot. Here is where the physics turn against you. The mechanics of a standard, reliable patch plug rely entirely on a clean, aggressive mating surface buffed directly into the raw butyl rubber casing. But when that screw penetrates this specific luxury setup, it pierces a thick sponge drenched in a sticky, highly specialized industrial adhesive. Try to apply a high-speed buffing wheel to that mess. The rotary air tool just binds up instantly, tearing the acoustic foam into a thick, black, sticky slime. It rots the inside of the casing, wrapping around the drill bits, and drips into a toxic, useless puddle right on the steel floor of the tire machine. Dealerships will outright refuse to attempt the repair. They claim immense corporate liability. They claim the acoustic structural integrity is permanently compromised by the foreign object. Suddenly, a basic $20 flat repair rapidly escalates into a multi-$100 mandate to buy a brand new tire. Is a single decibel of road noise really worth an $800 extortion event? This is where the math hits you. If you drive an all-wheel drive or heavy four-wheel drive system, that single unpatchable puncture triggers a terrifying, unavoidable financial cascade. Because of strict rotational variance tolerances in modern electronic transfer cases, you simply cannot replace one single tire if the other three are heavily degraded. The dealership service writer looks across the counter at you with a highly practiced, sympathetic smile, holding a plastic tread depth gauge like a forensic scalpel. They smoothly explain that mating a full tread replacement with 3 worn factory originals will literally incinerate your center differential gears due to mismatched rotational speeds binding the drivetrain. So, they replace all 4. The assembly line eraser trap claims another absolute, undisputed victory. You walked in with a slow air leak from a dropped roofing nail, and you walked out permanently funding a small vacation for the regional service manager. The sidewalls on these original equipment units are purposefully stripped of their heavy defensive plies to further reduce rolling mass for that fuel economy sticker. They are built so structurally fragile that clipping a routine, everyday pothole shears the inner polyester cords instantly. This internal tearing leaves a bulging, pregnant bubble of compromised rubber screaming on the sidewall, entirely ready to violently blow out at interstate speeds. Every veteran tech running a heavy-duty suspension implicitly knows to budget for replacement rubber the minute they sign the dealer paperwork. The wallet extraction event operates on a flawless, 4-step conveyor belt. First, they intentionally engineer the original equipment compound to fail prematurely under normal, everyday gross vehicle weights. Second, they secretly integrate unreparable luxury foam materials inside the hidden casing to instantly void standard patch protocols. Third, they leverage all-wheel drive mechanical threats to force a complete, 4-corner set replacement over a single, isolated flat. Fourth, they conveniently ensure the dealership parts department only stocks the exact same proprietary, rapid wear OEM replacements to keep you trapped in their specific cycle. But there is a permanent mechanical countermeasure. You break the showroom curse by refusing the dealership parts counter entirely. When the first factory set inevitably dies a premature death, you take the vehicle directly to an independent shop and demand an analog, uncompromised solution. Demand full-depth aftermarket tread blocks. Verify absolutely zero acoustic inner foam. Check the federal uniform quality grading. Require a tread wear rating above 500. Keep the sidewall plies incredibly thick. Never buy what the dealership naturally recommends. The automotive industry has spent billions optimizing the exact microscopic moment your tires give up the ghost, ensuring that mechanical failure happens entirely on their financial terms. The assembly line eraser trap relies completely on your blind trust in showroom perfection and glossy promotional brochures. Stop automatically funding their engineered fragility every 30,000 miles. Subscribe to this channel if you want to arm yourself with the forensic truth about the machinery designed to continuously drain your bank account.